What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? It is Hope Day. Help other people excel day. Faith forward all issues to heaven. It is June 10th, 2020, week 24 of 52 to get you through. 24 of 52 to get you through. No matter what, it's still Hope Day. No matter what. So I'm giving y'all a quick shout out. I know I made a Facebook post earlier, connection issues, but I just want to give y'all a quick shout out. As you can see in the tag, that don't allow and don't confuse the weapons formed against you with the weapons that you form against yourself. That's big. So real quick, I just want to give y'all a quick thought for you guys. I love you guys. There's so much going on right now. You know, I always say there's 10,000 people that die every single day in the country and then some. And now it seems to heighten because of racism and all this spiritual warfare that's going on. But people die every single day. Murder, suicide, old age, dis-ease, disease, all these things where people just pass away from botched surgeries, you name it. We call it an accident, whatever, what have you, but it's bound to happen. And the numbers are always, skewed, depends on who's reporting them. So we know that they fluctuate, but now, of course, with the heightened sense of racism going on, it's been going on for 401 years this year. And it's a shame that people still don't understand. But just to know that you are from one thing, human, you're humankind. Why can't you be both? Why can't you be human and be kind? So I say this because we still want to be separate but equal when it comes to different things. So to all my brothers and sisters, African, brown, dark skinned brothers and sisters, it doesn't matter where you're from. Dominican Republic, Africa, Jamaica, it doesn't matter. When you came to the United States, you were labeled as African American. The tag American to appease you, to make you feel important. And the fact is, when we try to address a situation about African American, when everybody was brought over here except for the Native Americans, which were the Indians, you were all tagged with different names, like the N-word or black or Negro or whatever, colored. And then we wanted to, get appeased by changing the names, because I'm definitely against that N-word, the strong N-word. And it's just not right. But that tag on the back was American, which means you were brought here. And if I, like myself, I'm addressing things about slavery, it's African. And the countless other people who have dealt with slavery and torture and even death for over 400 years, and we're still being tortured for no reason other than just being. So I'm here to tell you, though, you have to understand that the oppressor doesn't want you to speak up. The oppressor doesn't want you to take action. The oppressor, whomever that might be, doesn't want you to do anything. And this is not what we're here to do, is to not do anything. And you hear people say, well, just pray about it. Okay, that's great. You don't never cease to pray, but then you take action. You are required. You have a God-given authority. You don't need man's permission to do so, to speak out. Go out, tell people, make a change, make a difference. Because you get people who stand in their suits and ties sometimes, especially Christian folks and even other groups of people. Just pray, just pray. We're just going to keep praying. We're just going to keep praying. And you have the ability and the capability to do more than just pray, and you stand back and not do anything or say anything, and you continue to have a selfish intent. It's not hurting me. I'm good. So you think about those things. Those are weapons that you formed against yourself, because you're too selfish to not want to help other people around you. If you're a pastor or if you run an organization, and as long as you're not affected, you don't want to do anything, that's a problem. When you don't take care of your sheep and your flock as a leader, especially a spiritual leader, something's wrong. You have to go. And you look at the politics from the presidency all the way down, you see the remnants of whether it's a botched election or a forced election where somebody was just thrown in there illegally. you see the results of that. And in any organization, you could see the results of someone who was not technically voted in correctly, or ordained, or lied to be ordained. And when you know things are wrong and you don't speak up, you are part of the problem. When you ignore things that are wrong and you don't do anything to change it, and you make excuses about, well, it was already messed up before I showed up, and you still don't want to do anything about it, you are just as guilty. And you need to fix it. So that's a weapon that you formed against yourself, because then you want people to believe in you, trust you, and try to help you. And nobody understands where you're coming from, because it's a narcissistic cognitive dissonance. I call it cognitive ignorance that you're dealing with within yourself. And you think it's okay, but you're a false prophet, or you're a false leader. You're not having true servant leadership in your heart or in your mind. You just have a selfish intent. And everything that is of self will crumble, because you haven't surrendered, honestly, truly surrendered, to try to make things right between you and God, and between you and your family, whether it's your family, whether it's your co-workers, whether it's your church members or church leadership, or vice versa. It doesn't matter. You continuously form weapons against yourself and try to say that it's other people that have formed weapons against you, and you've done it yourself. So you have to know the difference, because this is a message of hope, because I hope that you understand this, because I'm trying to help other people excel and stop blaming other people for the problems that they created. So that's why the tag says, don't confuse the weapons formed against you with the weapons that you formed against yourself. Because in the same instance, you need to do something about both. And it starts with you. It starts right there with you. You got to do something about it. Or if not, you'll see the results. You'll definitely see the results. And they're never really good for the oppressor, because we will all rise no matter what. So it's Hope Day, y'all. Help other people excel. I got the green screen going on, getting things set up for the new look. But I love y'all. Even if y'all don't love me, I need for you to survive. We've made it through this COVID-19, whether it's a, hoax or not, or whatever it might be. But you got to understand that no matter what, you have to continue to push. After you protest, what do you do next? After you pray, what do you do next? What's the next thing? And to my Caucasian counterparts, it's great that you say, I'm sorry, or apologize. That's the first step. But what do you do next? Because a lot of people say, hey, I'm just checking on you, see if you're okay. But what are you going to do after that? Are you going to help me stay alive? Or are you just going to keep saying, well, I talked to him, and then you not do anything after that? Especially if you're a Christian, you have to take action, or otherwise you're a hypocrite and you're not the Christian that you claim to be. So turn up for God, turn up for your people, do what you're supposed to do, because you can be two things, humankind. Why can't you be both? That's what we're put here to do. Help other people excel. Come on, you can get it. You got it. You can do it. As soon as you stop being selfish and put away those old things, so you can make room for the new blessings in your life by blessing other people, because God will bless those who bless you, and he will curse those who curse you. As long as your intentions are good and doing within his will, his alignment to benefit other people, not just yourself, because you will fail. Sooner or later, your little castle will crumble. And I know some of you already know that it is, and I know that it already is crumbling right in front of our eyes because of your schemes, your plots, your evil, your misdoings, your ill intent on why you do what you do, and you fake it. You show up at the last minute just to say, oh, I did it. I did this. I was here. But you didn't, your heart wasn't in it. Your intentions were of ill will, so therefore all that stuff shows up in the wash, because everything in the dark comes to the light. In the name of God, our Father, I love you, even if you don't love me. Happy Hope Day. Help other people excel. And remember, are you living your dreams, or are you still asleep? Don't confuse the weapons that are formed against you with the weapons that you form against yourself. God bless you. See you soon. Please don't lose your faith, but take action.